Today, I'm going to talk about my favorite book of all time entitled Brief. It was written by our Malaysian writer Dr. Benny Rosani and published by MPH Group Publishing. This book consists of 260 pages. All the while, I have been reading a lot of books written by famous authors such as Cecilia Ahern, Colin Hoover, and Sally Rooney. Lately, I found out that there are a lot of English books written by Korean, Japanese, or even Malaysian writers. Last school holidays, I went to an MPH bookstore. I found this interesting book that doesn't look as thick as other hardcover or paperback books. This book is in a perfect size for me to keep it in my bag so that I can finish reading it anytime and anywhere. Before I start telling all of you about this book, I would like to introduce you to Dr. Benny Rosani, the author of this book. Dr. Benny Rosani graduated from Auckland Medical School, New Zealand in 2002. He is currently a cardiologist at the National Heart Institute in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. He is also a co-author of the Diagnosis series. He enjoys coffee, cats, and Taylor Swift's breakout songs. Now, he lives in Kuala Lumpur. In the first part of the story, it narrates the present life of the main character, Dr. Adam. He is a healthy person who loves to jog in the park. One morning, while jogging, he felt pain in his chest and he crashed on the ground. Fortunately, he was saved by a good Samaritan. The story continues with the next two chapters narrating Dr. Adam's life as a houseman in a hospital. What I like the most in this part of the story is the author, Dr. Benny, tells the readers on what a houseman is doing in the hospital. When a houseman is working in the hospital, there are more for him or her to learn than just the theories in the book. In the story, Dr. Adam had all sorts of work to be done in the emergency department and wards, including cleaning up a patient's feces after he had constipated on the bed. What made Dr. Adam feel disappointed with himself while being a houseman was when he did a mistake in saving a patient's life. Luckily, the patient was saved by a senior doctor known as Mad Dog. Frankly speaking, I had once thought of being a doctor and I was curious to know about the life of a houseman before he or she has officially graduated to become a doctor. From this part of the story, I learned that life being a houseman or a doctor is hectic, and the knowledge that one learns from books has to be put into practice. I am very impressed with this line written by the authors, which stated, "To be good at something, you need to read. But to be awesome at it, you have to do it 1,000 times." Besides that, there are a lot of flashback scenes in this book. The author mixes the storylines with the past and present stories. One part of the story that I like the most is when the author includes some scenes of emergency happening in the hospital. There is one incident that touches my heart. A pair of twin sisters met an accident and one of the sisters was seriously injured. After the twin sister had undergone surgery, she had seizures and there was still bleeding inside her head. Mad Dog, the senior doctor, did not give up in saving the girl's life. He performed CPR and even wanted to drill into her skull. However, the girl remained motionless and showed no signs of life. Finally, Mad Dog gave up and left the room quietly. He felt defeated because he failed to save a life. This scene teaches me not to give up when I encounter obstacles and challenges in life. Even though it was difficult in overcoming the difficulties, if I don't give up, there will always be ways for me to achieve what I want. As the saying goes, where there is a will, there is a way. After the author has narrated a few chapters on Dr. Adam's life as a houseman, the story returns to the present life of Dr. Adams after he collapsed while jogging at the park. In the hospital, Dr. Adam is treated by his colleagues. They have tried their best to save him. When his heart stops beating, they perform CPR, pump drugs into his body, and shock him. The doctors even want to declare the time of death when he isn't responding. Everyone thinks that they are losing him, but he's not alone. Someone is there, waiting and hoping that he's still alive. Who is the person? Is Dr. Adam still alive at the end of the story? What he wants the most is the second chance. I will let the readers discover what happens to Dr. Adam. In conclusion, the story is very captivating. It will change one's perspective about life and it teaches you to be braver. I highly recommend it to everyone who is interested in reading this book, especially students who wish to become doctors. Thank you for spending your time with me. Have a good day. Bye.